My first video for Wex was in Death Valley. That was one of the locations I wanted to go to more than any others. It's a place I've been to without a camera, but unfortunately there were some storms and the roads got washed out, and it's quite unusual for there to be a storm in Death Valley because it's the hottest, driest place on earth. So it's quite surprising when I turned up at Death Valley and it was raining and cold and wet and horrible. But actually it wasn't horrible because the conditions that I got at Death Valley were so unique and they offered such unique opportunities to capture photographs, more so on the second day when I was lucky enough to experience a cloud inversion in Death Valley, which is just incredibly rare. After getting a good soaking in Death Valley, I ventured to Utah to go to Zion National Park. Now, Zion National Park is a special place. It's a difficult place, isn't it? It's a difficult place to photograph, but it's beautiful. And that is a video that's coming up soon. And to go there and to be sent there by Wex was such a great opportunity, and I will take any opportunity to spend time in Zion National Park. So my time in Death Valley, it wasn't easy. It was very difficult because of the rain. It was consistent heavy rain all day. And I only had a very small window of opportunity to take photographs. So not only trying to practice landscape photography in the driving rain, that's difficult, but trying to create a video when you're a single one-man band, I found that very, very challenging. And you know, I travel to the hottest, driest place on earth, and I didn't expect the weather, so I didn't bring wet weather gear. So I had to improvise, and that was a challenge. But all in all, looking back, I'd say that it was definitely worth it, because although it was difficult conditions to work in, the results were quite unique. My favourite photograph from the Death Valley trip by far has got to be the panoramic of the cloud inversion, because you know, it was such an unexpected moment, such a special moment as well. Just being surrounded by such an awe-inspiring view, an awe-inspiring sight, it was truly phenomenal. And actually, I wasn't sure how rare it was, so I googled Death Valley cloud inversion when I got back, and the only information I could find about cloud inversions happening in Death Valley was my own tweet that I sent out that morning from the top of Dante's View, which was where I took the image. If I was to go back to Death Valley, and if I could do something differently, it would be I would spend more time there because it's vast, it's huge, and I would want to spend, you know, maybe 2 weeks just exploring and finding different sites and different compositions and things to photograph, because Death Valley isn't really a place you can photograph in the middle of the day. So you have a very small window in the morning and a very small window in the evening. So, you know, 2 or 3 days simply isn't enough. If I could go to one location that I haven't been to before again, you know, have another dream trip, it'd have to be Greenland. I think Greenland is a place that I would love to get out to. See the icebergs and the fjords, the mountains, the emptiness, the peace and quiet. Greenland appeals to me so much, and I've yet to get there. Hopefully one day I will make it out there to take some photographs. If there was one piece of kit that I couldn't do without, one item that I couldn't go on a shoot without, that I wouldn't want to leave behind, I don't think it would be a specific camera or lens, because quite often I have 2 or 3 cameras on me at any moment in time. I think it would be my tripod. I very, very rarely shoot images without a tripod, and it sounds cheesy, it's almost become my friend. It's battered, it's old, it squeaks, it doesn't work very well, but without a tripod I wouldn't be able to take half of the images that I do capture. So the photography show is great. There's so much gear on show and on display. So if I could leave the photography show with one item, without question, it would probably be a Fujifilm GFX 50S. That is a camera that I definitely want to get my hands on.